What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Repurposely. I am Rocky, and today's video is fire. Okay, like I'm about to bring you into my world. I'm about to show you some prompts that I use to create content super fast, and it's unique, and it's not something that I've seen anybody doing on the internet. So I am going to give you something that I probably could charge for, to be honest. But like, I just want to give it to you, man. I want to give it to you. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Let's go. All right. So what you're looking at right now is my Notion app, and I have it all mapped out to go over with you guys. Today, I'm going to go over the prompts and explain what they are. Then we're going to go into Perplexity and we're going to generate those prompts. And then I'm going to show you how I add that content into WordPress, whatever blogging platform you're using. You're just going to move that over there. Then I'm going to walk through like how I would edit things, not the whole blog, but just show you a little bit of that. And then after that, you're going to publish and you're going to promote it, right? Because you can create a blog, but if you don't tell anybody about it, then you're going to have a harder time getting traffic. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my blog outline mastermind template. And I'm going to use this particular category and post right here, repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas. And we're just going to walk through it like that. So this first prompt number one, is you're priming Perplexity to make sure it understands how you want it to approach writing that content. So the first thing is the prompt reads, I need you to pretend you are a Pulitzer Prize winning editor and author for your magnificent ability to outline ideas that bring out the best parts of a topic you discuss. Generate an outline for an article from the seed keyword given. Consider the primary search intent a person has when searching for this topic. Analyze available YouTube videos as well as high-ranking blog posts to draw inspiration from. The article outline should be logical, helpful, clear, and thorough. Make sure to include H2s and H3s in your outline. Can you do this? A simple yes or no answer is sufficient. So we're going to break this down line by line, prompt by prompt, so you don't miss anything. So we're going to hop over to Perplexity. We're going to put that in. We're going to see what it gives us back. And then we're just going to bounce back and forth. That way you don't get lost at all. Okay. So I'll meet you in Perplexity. So here we are in Perplexity. I'm taking that prompt, I'm just copying and pasting it right there. That's all you need. What this should do right now is just give us a yes or no answer. So here we go. Yes, that's all we want. We want to make sure that the AI understands what we're telling it. Okay, let's go back and get this prompt from over here. All right, so now we're here, and in prompt 2, we're just pretty much saying, okay, great. Time to create the outline. Here is the seed keyword. You're going to enter your seed keyword here, and then only outline the information users need to answer this question. Nothing more. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the seed keyword that I have right here. It's going to be viral Twitter post ideas. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to take the whole thing. Repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas. We're going to take that, copy it, and we're going to head back over. We're going to take this and drop it right in here like that. Actually, you know what? First, let's actually highlight the prompt. That'd be a smart thing to do, right? 1 second here. All right. And now we're going to paste this in. I already pasted in my keyword. Let's just get that out of there. Right here. Okay, and so here we go. Okay, great. Time to create the outline. We have this in here right here, and then here we go. We're just going to, I'm doing it without Pro, by the way, right? So Pro goes onto the internet and does a little bit of extra stuff to call out some extra ideas and things like that. Actually, you know what? Let's just use that. I'm going to use it. That's part of the paid plan. but you can also do it without it because Perplexity, no matter what, researches like the top 5 or 7 blogs and then brings that information in. But I want to give you a little bit more because if you have the ability to pay the $20 per month to get Perplexity Pro, or if you have ChatGPT 4 or above, do that. So here we go. Now we're telling it to do its thing. Search the internet. It's looking for that information. It's searching for high-ranking blog posts as well. And now it starts to create the outline. It's giving you the hook. It's giving you the importance and the thesis within your introduction. It's understanding Twitter's content landscape. And then giving you a step-by-step guide to repurposing video content. So the cool thing about the outline is it's an outline. So if it comes back with something that doesn't necessarily meet your requirements, you adjust it. You make sure that the outline is what you like it to be. But this is such a fast start to creating a blog post. And yes, I'm talking to you, so this is going to be longer. When you're doing this by yourself, you're going to be like boom, boom, boom. It's going to be super fast for you to do. So you can create high quality content in a lot less time. So now that this is done with the conclusion, we're going to go back and we're going to get prompt number 3. Okay, so in prompt number 3, and actually we're here, content prompts. So the first 2 are for you to create your outline. Okay, I put it in red here, and I'm going to give you this resource. Right? I'm going to download it to a PDF. I'm going to put it into the description. So don't worry about it. You're going to have these prompts, no problem, no email necessary. It's yours. Right? Okay. So it's to use the prompts below after you've been given your outline. So now that you have your outline, you move on to step number 3. Right? Now it goes fantastic. Now I need you to pretend you are a writer who is an expert in. Insert the topic or the industry you wanted to pretend it's an expert in. You understand the ins and outs of, enter the specific thing you want them to talk about. And then I will ask you to write the blog post based on the outline you gave me above. Can you do this? Only answer yes or no. So we're doing that again. Cool. So I'm going to just put this information in, and then I'll meet you back in Perplexity. All right. Now I have this prompt in here. We're going to get rid of Pro now because we don't need it to go out to the internet for anything. We already got the overall outline. So here's the third prompt. It goes fantastic. Now I need you to pretend you are a writer who is an expert in repurposing content into Twitter post ideas. You understand the ins and outs of how to take video content and repurpose it for the best Twitter post ideas you can find that are helpful and engaging. I will ask you to write a blog post based on the outline you gave me above. Can you do this? Only answer yes or no. We're going to hit that right there. It answers yes. Perfect. Now we're going to move on to the next step, which is prompt 4. Now that we're looking at prompt 4, what we're going to do is take a look at this here. It says, excellent. Please write me the first section of the blog post title. And here's where you would enter the first section or the introduction of the outline, right? If you don't want it to write the introduction, you can start at the very next level. It's totally up to you. I just like to go from the top to the bottom, and then you'll see later on, I give you a prompt to write a better introduction. And then you'll have 2. So at that point, you can check both of them and see which one's better, maybe mix and match, take some things out, add your own twist. That's totally up to you. Then it says, I need you to keep it concise and only include what is necessary to offer the value this target audience needs. The target audience is, and then you would enter your target audience. Right here, I'm just going to write people who want to repurpose video content into Twitter post ideas that get more engagement. Boom, there we go. Then make sure to include a small paragraph under every H2 and speak in a casual yet expert tone with a touch of professionalism. Only write the sections I tell you to write. So we're going to take this prompt and we're going to bring it over to Perplexity. We're going to drop it in here like this. And here now is where you're going to scroll back to your outline and you're going to see the first section. And so here I'm going to just enter introduction. That's it. And we're going to hit work and it's going to write the intro for you. Now you can take your time and read through this if you want to and make sure that it's absolutely perfect. I find that that takes an enormous amount of time to do where you're writing and editing at the same time. So what I do is I just go through and I write every section. I bring that over to the blog editor and then I go through at that point and edit. But follow your own workflow and what works best for you. But right now we're going to head back over and get into the next prompt because that's going to be the prompt that we use to write the next few sections that we have within this outline. So here we are at prompt 5, and that's the content creation by section. So now I have here, perfect. Now please write the next section of the blog post titled. You're going to insert that section. Remember to write content for every H2 or H3 before moving on to creating content for subsections and bullet points. And I have down here, use prompt 5 for every section you have in your outline. You should go section by section. If the AI doesn't write the section as you like, delete it and have it write it again. Okay, so if it writes something that's wonky or doesn't make sense or something like that, in Perplexity at least, you can go back and delete that section and rewrite it and make sure that it's what you want it to be. The also thing here is a tip in the sense of you can also ask the AI to add topics to the section by adding your own desired included information into the prompt before you generate the section. And that just means that if you look at a section here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's just get back over to Perplexity really quick. Let me copy this. And then we're going to bring you back over to Perplexity. And here we are. And now we have our intro. And now I'm going back up and I'm going to this step right here. Now it says step-by-step guide to repurposing video content. I'm not going to put that in because then it's going to write all of this. So that's just one of those little hacks. I'm going to go like this because this is just a headline. You can add that separately on your own. So I'm going to take this, highlight this area right here, get rid of it, and just type in 1 video to text threads. And from there, that's all I want right now. So I wanted to just only write this section for video. So I'm going to hit go. And then from there, I'm not even waiting for that to finish. I'm going back up. I'm pasting this back in. I'm highlighting this section right here. I'm going to video to live video streams, right? And I'm writing this section. Going back up to 3. And I'm just going through these ideas because these are ideas. So now I'm going 3 video to Twitter Spaces. Now it's done. It's allowing me to write. I'm going to hit that, scroll back up, and that's it. You follow this process until all of your desired sections are done. Video, short video clips. So I'm not going to have you watch all of this. I'm going to finish all of these things, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the finished product. All right, so now I'm finished with what I'm going to do with this particular outline for you guys. And I went through my introduction. I went 1 through 4. I didn't take the tools and automation for repurposing content because that's not something I want to talk about. I took the best practices. I didn't take the case studies because that's not really necessary for this particular blog post. That might be something that I do in a video on YouTube where I can actually show people what a case study would look like from repurposing the content from video into Twitter. So I don't want to do that. And I'm not taking the conclusion and I'm not taking the additional resource. So at this particular point in time, I have the overall blog content written and done. And this is what it looks like. The reason why I like to use separate sections and do it section by section is because it actually makes the sections much longer and more robust in the sense of the way that it talks, compared to if you were to just say write it, it's gonna write you some rinky-dink little paragraph, and it's not really gonna give you a lot of depth that you can work off of. Because remember, we're not just pushing publish, right? We're looking at this and we're working off of this, and then we're going into our own aspect of research behind the scenes and adding more things to it to make it a valuable piece of content. But you can't do that if you don't get really good ideas from the AI when you ask it to write something. So that's why I go section by section. So now that we have our sections, we're gonna head back over into Notion, and I'm gonna show you the rest of the prompts. So now we're in Notion, and here is what I was talking about in the sense of the intro. So you only use this after you have all of your blog sections written, because the way that the prompt is written, it's going to analyze all of that. Here it says, great, now write me a 100-word intro that encapsulates what the reader will learn reading this blog post. Ensure to include the problem we're solving, a brief sentence demonstrating expertise on the subject, and the promise of the result after reading the blog. Make sure you include the keyword in the first 2 sentences of the paragraph. The keyword is, and here you would insert your seed keyword. Then you're going to get to the point quickly, create drama, look through the post's main points and see where the drama lies. Bring the benefit to the top and include the most attractive element of your idea as fast as possible. So this is a very dynamic intro that we're going to ask it to write. So we're going to highlight this. We're going to bring that over to Perplexity, and we're going to put in our seed keyword, and we're going to see what it gives us. So we're in Perplexity. We have the prompt here. I put in my seed keyword, repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas. We're going to hit go. And here we go. Struggling with getting more engagement on Twitter? Learn how to repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas that captivate your audience and boost your reach. As experts in content repurposing, will guide you through transforming your videos into engaging text threads, live streams, Twitter spaces, and short clips. Discover the secrets to creating viral posts, from strategic planning to leveraging Twitter's unique features. By the end of this blog, you'll have actionable strategies to turn your video content into Twitter gold, driving more interaction and expanding your online presence. Ready to go viral? Let's dive in. Not bad. You can switch that up, you can shorten it, but it's not a bad intro, especially if you're not a writer. So there you go with that one. Now let's head back over and look at the next prompt here. Now, there's some other things that I wrote for you. If you don't like the way that this prompt for the intro works, I have some other prompt intro types, like a question, statistical or facts, a quote, a story, personal or emotional intro. So you can also use these and see what it gives you as well. I use them pretty frequently depending on what type of blog posts I'm writing. So they work really well. So that's just for more options for you. In the next prompt, which is 7, you're going to go into the conclusion. You don't need any keyword for this. You can just highlight that and copy it. And it says, great, now write me a 80-word conclusion that revisits the overarching hook and intention of the article you wrote above, but doesn't give away the main points of the article, because you want people to read your article or at least skim your article. So let's go over and see how this works. All right, so we have this here. I'm going to paste that in, and we're just going to hit go. And it gives us a nice conclusion. Short, follows the idea of 80 words. And it says, repurposing video content into viral Twitter post ideas is a game changer for boosting engagement and expanding your reach. By leveraging Twitter's unique features and following strategic repurposing techniques, you can transform your videos into captivating posts that resonate with your audience. Whether it's threads, and it goes on, right? I wouldn't use this part. I'd probably cut this out and just leave it right there, but you do you. So we're gonna head over and get to that next prompt. And we're going to now get our headlines. So prompt number 8 is give me 10 engaging benefit-driven headline ideas that include the keyword. And then you're gonna insert your keyword, make it as concise as possible, but intriguing enough to get readers interested. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna bring that over to Perplexity. We have it here, and then we're going to insert your keyword, right? Just like that. And we're gonna get our headlines. We're gonna see what type of headlines it gives us. How to repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas that boost engagement. 10 genius ways to repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas. Repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas, a step-by-step guide. So you get 10 of these and you pick the one you like, or you ask it to rewrite it. But at least you have some ideas to bounce off of at that point to create your headlines. And so we would pick one of these. We're gonna head back and get to our last couple of prompts here. Now we have our prompt number 9, which is the meta description. So again, we're gonna take this prompt. We're going to get over to Perplexity and we're gonna add our keyword. We're gonna add our keyword here. Drop your keyword in, and now it's going to give you your 145 character meta description. Learn how to repurpose video content into viral Twitter post ideas that boost engagement and reach. Discover expert tips and actionable strategies now. Done. So we have that. Let's get the last prompt, which is very important. This prompt number 10 is about fact checking links. And so the last thing you're going to do here is you're going to just say, now that the article is done, please analyze it and provide me with all the resource URLs you use. Put them in a numbered list so I can fact check your work. We're going to highlight that, bring that over, copy it, paste that in. And we're going to let it give us what it knows and what links. So here you go. It's printing out all of our resources to make sure that we can fact check what we have. So we have these, right? And so again, remember, it might not give you 50 and you don't want it to give you 50. You want it to give you a decent amount of links that you can look at to fact check what it wrote. And if you don't have the links, if you're looking through something and you don't have the links to fact check what it wrote, delete it. Or go online and fact check it yourself and find a link and you drop it in if you want to. It's giving you so much information and doing so much for you. You don't want it to be like, oh, it's not working. I can't believe it didn't work. No, I mean, it's gonna do the best of its ability to go through your post and pull out the links that it thinks you should include into your post. But if it doesn't give you something that you feel should be there, then go out and find it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, sometimes I get comments and I hear people like, oh, but it didn't work this way or do that way. Compared to the amount of time that it would take you to do all of this yourself, come on, man, like just stop it. And so now that we have everything that we need, I'm gonna go back to the top and I'm going to go to where the intro is. And I'm going to copy it and I'm going to bring it over to my blog editor. And then we're going to just follow that down. And then at that point, walk through the last couple of steps before the video is over. So here we are in my back end of WordPress. And all I would do from here is I would just paste things in. Paste in the introduction, and enter down, and we're going to go back over and get everything else. All right, we have this here. Paste in the next information, and I'm not gonna make you look at me paste all of this in. Like I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You can go back over, paste in what you want. Depending on the SEO tool that you're using, you can go in and you can, update your snippet and throw in your meta description right here, throw in your title right here, get rid of those things, throw in your keyword right here, and begin at that point editing your content. So what I would do obviously is I would get rid of this thing that says introduction. I'd add my title. I'd go through here and I'd read this. Like, I'd really read it. That's where most of the time comes from, right? Is reading what was written for you. At that point, transforming your video, you can take some of the things that you might already have content written for on your website and, just type in video and then, how to turn that into turning video content to infographics, right? I would do that. There you go. Link to something on your website, go back and grab something else to link to one of the resources. It's not something that at that point you can't figure out. I think you can go through that and figure that out. If you want me to make a full tutorial walkthrough on how to do that transfer from Perplexity into WordPress and like my entire process of adding images and media and video and things like that, leave a note in the comments and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. But with that, we are finished. I definitely believe that like following this prompt sequence, as I have written here, will make your content 100% better than anything on Google. It's more unique. You're actually fact checking this stuff instead of having a AI writer just write it for you. And, you'd be like, oh, okay, this is great. But you don't know if it's plagiarized or anything. So you want to make sure that you do your fact checking. You get to adjust this content to your specific needs. You get to add stuff to the prompt if you want to, or take things away that you don't want to include. For example, I had 2 areas where I didn't want to talk about tools and I didn't want to talk about case studies. So I just left those out. If you want to add another section that you feel is more robust or something that should be included, then you can add that. That's the cool part about this. You can add it while you're creating the content rather than getting the whole article written and then being like, oh, I have to take that out and maybe write another prompt or maybe do a different article altogether because it didn't give you what you wanted. So I really like this process. Yes, it's a little bit more time, but what you spend in time, as I have here, you make up for in quality. AI is a tool. It's not a replacement. So you use this AI to make your life easier when you're creating content, but you don't ever expect for it to just give you content that's going to be 100% ready to go. I don't even know, even if they come up with something like that, I probably will never do that because I think that adding that human element of your experience and your stories into the content is what gets you more likes, more reads, more views, all of those particular things. Whether you're making a blog or you're making a video or social media content, you want to put your emotion into it and make it your own. So I really hope that this was helpful for you. I hope you use these prompts. Like I said, I'm going to leave the PDF in the description below for a download. Just take it and do what you want with it. I really hope that you enjoyed this. And if you like content like this, give me a like, share it if you'd like to, but definitely subscribe because I put videos out every single week that show you how to create content and repurpose content much easier, keep it connected for more engagement with your audience and obviously more money in your bank account. So until next week, take care. Thanks for watching.